Have you ever felt that your reality is being twisted, making you doubt your memories, your belief, even your sanity? Have you ever left a conversation feeling more confused by the end of it than you were at the start? Rest assured, you are not going mad. There are reasons for these occurrences, and today we are going to uncover those reasons together. We're going to look at the manipulative traits and behaviours that narcissists use to make you question your reality and your perception of reality. Hello and a very warm welcome to you. I'm Amanda Craven, a trauma-informed clinical hypnotherapist, and today I'm going to reassure you that these feelings of confusion do not mean you're going bonkers. First, let's quickly remind ourselves what narcissistic traits look like in general. And just a reminder that in my videos, I'm not concerned with the official diagnosis of narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, but rather the types of traits and behaviours that you are faced with in your everyday life. In very general terms, narcissism consists of a deep, insatiable need for attention and admiration, a sense of grandiosity, of self-importance, coupled with a lack of empathy for others. Let's talk about some of those telltale behaviours that destabilise you. First up, we've got gaslighting, this manipulative behaviour that makes you question yourself constantly. For example, you might hear them say to you, "You're imagining it, it never happened, you're overreacting." So imagine you witnessed something significant and you bring it up at a later point in conversation, only to hear the narcissist flatly denying that this ever happened or accusing you of fabricating the story. This has you questioning your memory and your recollection because they are so convinced that they are right, they have convinced themselves, and they are so convincing when they talk to you that you think they must be right and you must be wrong. Next, we have manipulation. Narcissists are masters of control and manipulation, and they can have you doing things even against your better judgment through guilt tripping, shaming, or them pretending to be a victim. So this creates a form of dissonance for you between your own values and beliefs and the actions that you are then pushed and encouraged to take under their manipulation and control. Blame shifting is another common behaviour that creates confusion for you. No matter the situation, a narcissist will never take accountability for their own actions. Instead, they will twist the narrative to make it seem like it is your fault. Projection is another cunning tactic that will create confusion for you. So a narcissist is likely to project their own negative traits onto you. For example, if they are doing something deceitful or underhand, they are likely to accuse you of lying or being untruthful. This shifts the blame, puts you on the defensive, distracts you from their actual behaviour, and, of course, creates confusion. Finally, that emotional hot or cold behaviour that we get from narcissists. So one minute they may be showering you with praise or affection, and the next minute they may be cold or distant. This unpredictable behaviour is designed to keep you on the back foot and uncertain of where you stand. It is exhausting and it really messes with your head. And it's this last cluster of traits in particular that drive that trauma bond and keep you connected to the person who is creating all this self-doubt and confusion. Quite often, when clients first start working with me, they need a lot of reassurance that they are not going crazy and that these behavioural traits are not normal nor acceptable in a healthy relationship, whether this is in your workplace or in your personal life. So why do you, a smart professional able to make clear, incisive decisions in your business life, fall for these manipulative tactics? Well, there are many reasons, and we're going to look at some of those reasons today, but none of them bring into question your intelligence or your integrity. Firstly, when this person entered your business life or your personal life, there was most likely some sort of vulnerability that opened the way for them to come into your world and begin their slow manipulative journey. So some of those vulnerabilities could be due to the fact that you were perhaps burnt out when you met them, and they appeared to be just what you needed to lift you back up. Perhaps you were experiencing some sort of loss or trauma, and again, they just magically appeared just at the right time. Perhaps you are highly empathic and always look for the good in people, so were really focused on the person they presented themselves as right at the beginning. Maybe you're a rescuer, and by the time you started to understand that there was something amiss in this person's personality traits, you felt that you could help them through. Perhaps you had already experienced trauma and toxic behaviour earlier on in your life. So this sort of behaviour was normalised for you, and you didn't pick up on the manipulation until much further down the line. Conversely, you may have been brought up in a loving, safe family environment and therefore had had no exposure to toxic behaviour and manipulative traits. So you just didn't recognise them because they weren't part of your world. All of the above constitute different types of vulnerability that enabled the narcissist to insert themselves into your life. Secondly, this manipulative person will have presented themselves in a very different light at the beginning of your relationship with them, whether this was in business or in your personal life, and they will only reveal their manipulative characteristics further down the line once you have started to depend on them for some sort of support. Finally, you have no doubt got used to explaining away the narcissist's behaviour and stuffing down your doubts. Their behaviour is so far removed from the way you conduct yourself that you find it really difficult to reconcile these different personalities, the person you first met and the person they are revealing themselves to be now. So that in itself creates a huge confusion. I hope this has reassured you that the manipulative tactics you're experiencing are not acceptable or healthy ways to behave. And you are not imagining things. You are simply starting to get glimpses of the real truth. Recognizing these tactics is crucial, and knowledge is the first step towards re-empowering yourself. By understanding what you're dealing with, you can start to take back your power and find your footing again. In order to continue on this path of enlightenment that you found yourself on now, try some of the following. Keep a journal of their behaviour so that when you reread your notes in the cold light of day, you have that clarity that you need. Talk to trusted friends or people in your work arena and listen to their perspective, listen to their take on what's going on for you. Consult a trauma-informed therapist and keep watching videos such as this one and other ones on my channel that are going to help you gather that information and empower yourself fully. Until next time, take the greatest care of you. Bye for now.